Hey guys, welcome back to Games Mod. So we have a brand new kit for the Outlaw. This is from Xfoxgames, or also known as Joe. But I ordered two because I do have two Outlaws here, and you can see the very big difference in them. 3D printed parts on this one. This one's stock because I'm going to show you how to insert all these parts and get it to look very similar and show you what comes in the package here. So, in the box here, I guess if you order just one kit, you are going to get 3 different size muzzles. You can pick whichever one you like best. I picked this one. It's actually flipped upside down that way. Actually, I guess these are all flipped. So one of each side, so you have like a short block, an extended block, and then this kind of angled blocky one, which I have in this one right here, and I kind of like the look of that one. It kind of elongates the blaster, and yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. Now, of course, I got black just because I like black and red. Rest of the blaster is white, but he has other colors. He has black. I think he has, I want to say he has red, orange, I think a pink and a green. So yeah, you can pick whatever color you want. Now I noticed in my package, he even made me a custom cylinder, which is pretty sick. GM for Games Mod, so that's pretty cool. I might have to order a second one of these just because I have 2. But thank you for that, Joe. That's really cool. I love that. Now, it also comes with a safety delete, 2 little pieces like that. I'll show you how you put those in. The top rail, which connects in the center like that. I'll show you how that goes in. Bottom, now this isn't quite picatinny rail. It's close to it though. I mean, it's rail. So that goes on the bottom, and he also includes basically a replacement rail. So if you don't want the red one that comes with the Outlaw, you can change it to just smooth black, which is very nice as well, if you want to go that route. And it comes with 1 regular cylinder already assembled, which is nice, and some spring spacers, which I have not put into mine yet, because I wanted to test it with the one that we put together here. So you have one that's about half the size of the bigger one. So I forget which FPS range we're gonna get from that. And then he sent me a sticker and a note. It says, "Thank you for your order. Enjoy the law parts. Thanks again, Xfoxgames. Always appreciate the supports. Since you're a great customer, made you the custom cylinder," which we saw. So very cool. Thank you, Joe. So these are the extra parts for the second one if I ever want to change out the barrels or the bottom rail and then the other spacers. So let's put this away, this box away. Let's put the finished one away, and we are going to look at this one. So, I guess for consistency's sake, I'll use this one again. Now, whenever you get 3D printed parts, go over them just in case if there's any like little pieces that are missing or in the way, like these. You can see them right here. They'll just pop out. There we go. Should be good. And it does say XF on the top, which is cool because it's Xbox. But yeah, so then we have to open up the blaster. So give me 1 second and I'll undo this guy. Alright guys, and we're finally into the blaster here. Now, you don't want to get rid of any screws that you took out because you will be using the 3 in the top rail for the replacement top rail, as well as the 2 in the bottom kind of slide thing down here. You're going to use those in the railing down below as well. Now, the main thing that you just need to do inside, I believe, is just the safety. And I will show you how to do that. So the way that I did it on my previous one is I kind of moved the trigger out of the way. I lifted it up off this post a little bit. Just a little bit, just so I can get out the safety there. And then, should just pop right out like that. All right, so after you get the safety delete out, you're gonna take the one with the notches on top and the extra kind of material. You're gonna face that towards basically the barrel of the blaster, and you're just gonna fit it into that same space. It should fit in there pretty nicely. Might be an extra little notch on there. Yeah, there's a little notch on there. I'll clean that up a little bit. Okay. Now we gotta put it in. And once you get it settled in there enough, like that, you can put your finger on the outside and make sure that it goes in until it is flush. And there we go, it is flush. And you can move your trigger back onto the post in the top here, and your trigger should be back to where it was, just like that. And you're gonna do the other piece to the other side of the safety. So let's see here. So the two notches are on top right there. And the extra little notch is going to go facing the barrel of the blaster. I'm going to slide it right in there. And there we go. Cool. So that's the hardest part of the whole mod. And then the next thing that you can do is you're going to take your muzzle out here. Now your muzzle is made of 3 pieces. The first piece, this kind of inner barrel holder, second piece, and then of course the other side of the 2 pieces. Now this you won't be using, so you can just put these to the side. You don't need to toss them, you know, just in case if you go to an event, you're going to want your orange tip at least. And then you're going to take whichever one you want, whether it be the short block, the extended block, or this one, which we're going to be using because I already used it. And then you're going to fit it just basically back into the same place. So this one has the 2 holes here. Actually, I need to clean that hole out because there's a peg in there. There we go. So this is going to fit right underneath that guy. This hole is going to go right on that post, and this hole is going to go right on top of that post. So you should just be able to slide in, fit it on, and you're golden. Now, we can put a spring spacer in. I'm going to put the smallest one in first because I don't know what the big one's going to do yet. But for now, we'll just put the small one on. So to do that, you're going to take this red part out. Just put the spring spacer down onto there, and then just put it back. Spring may fight you a little bit because you're putting more pressure on it, but you should be good. And once you put the other half the shell on, it'll hold it all together like so. So should just snap back together. Just make sure everything's lined up, of course. That's the hardest part whenever you do a safety delete mod. You just want to make sure everything's lined up accordingly. There we go. And I always go for the wherever the part is that kind of divided the 2 shells. more so. I usually try to put those 2 screws in first, just so it'll hold everything down, and then I can just go in afterwards like I'm doing now and close the rest of the shell. All right, and now that you have the body back together, should be good to go. The next part we're gonna do is the top rail here. So, the big part's gonna go in front. These 3 posts are gonna basically go in these 3 holes here, like so, just line it up. It may or may not snap in, depending. But that's fine because you have screws to make it so. And it's probably smart that he didn't make tabs that kind of fit into those, because as small as they are, they'd probably break off on 3D printed parts just because of materials. Oh. And then you're going to take the 3 screws out of your original top rail here and get them out. Yeah, come on. One more. Just put those guys in. I usually try to hold the pieces together just in case, but it should be a pretty good fit. And you just tighten those down. Go with those 3 screws, make sure they're tight in there. Oop, almost loose. I found it. Would help if the rest of the shell was actually closed correctly. All right, there we go. Now for the bottom rail, our final piece, I believe. Anybody track the hurricane that we had? I'm in California. And we had, you know, some rain, some wind, nothing horrible. But then again, I'm in Southern California. I was at work for most of the day yesterday when it was going on, and all I saw was when I left work at 11 p.m. I saw a tree was already down. So yeah, they're gonna have to get rid of it. So the bottom rail here, it's just gonna fit on just like that. It actually fits on very well, very snug on there. You almost don't need the screws, but for safety, I'm gonna put them on. Put the other screw in. and you're pretty much done. All you have to do is throw in the cylinder that it came with, load it, and you're ready to go. Let's take this over the chronograph and see what we get with the small spring spacer. I'll open it up again, probably after I shoot this one, and we'll put in the big one and see what we get with that. Alright guys, here we are at the door with the, with one of the Outlaws. This is the one with the smaller spring spacer in it, and it's got 6 of the Gen 3 worker mod short darts in it. So we're going to fire these over, see what kind of numbers we get, and then we'll switch it over to the other Outlaw, which I just put the bigger Springer spacer in. Prime's a little bit stiffer, not too bad though. 111, 112, 102, 102, or error, 101, 117, and we're out. So I don't know what's going on, because usually hit 130, right? So something's not connecting, and I don't know if it's the 3D printed part with the barrel. It's hard to tell. Well, I'm gonna try the other one, see if that one's any better. All right, here's the other one with the thicker spring spacer. 124, 131, 130, 125, 124, 125, and we're out. So yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't think the spring spacers do anything. Oddly enough, I think the spring can only go so far. So I wouldn't use the spring spacers, but for the cosmetic aspect of it and the safety delete, highly recommend all that. So yeah, other than that, I will leave a link down for those to Xfox's Etsy for that kit. And yeah, go ahead and go pick them up. I like how they look a lot. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. Please like, follow, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, bye.